Most people operate from memory, from recorded interpretations of past experience that they've stored in their minds, hearts, or bodies or energy systems. That referenced memory of what supposedly happened last week, last month, last year, or last lifetime, or last relationship is constantly, repetitively accessed as if it were true or real or actually happened the way we thought or felt it did. I can tell you it's never true. It's never accurate. It may be close. It's never true. It's never accurate. It's never factual. It's never complete. And it is operated from as if it's complete, as if it's true, as if it's fact. So we've built our history of decision making on misinterpretations. And how many people rationalize or lie to themselves even to keep that in place, that inaccurate history that they then utilize as rationalized decision making values and materials for future. And one of those values, it's deemed a high priority value, and even though it's incredibly corrupting and disruptive, is fear. So being afraid of being hurt, wounded, destroyed, killed, abandoned, lack, less than, dismissed, devalued, discredited, whatever. So fear drives all judgmentalness. And whatever we judge of the past, we hold on to. We have an attachment aversion dynamic. It gets recorded in our system. It's then referenced from as our history, our personal ego identified history. That determines many of our decisions and our behaviors, our relational interactions. We hold on to the pain of the past as if that's going to keep us fearfully safe from being hurt again in the future. It's totally bogus. If we are holding on to judgments, fears, and unresolved trauma and fear or pain from the past, we tend to project it onto the future. We limit and make our world little smaller and smaller and smaller all the time, while telling ourselves we're making ourselves safer and safer and safer and more in control. And we don't, and it's such a gradual process, we often don't know what's happening till suddenly we're looking at the whole world through a keyhole instead of being able to experience the whole panorama of the beautiful creative miracle that is this world and life and other people and ourselves. So that leads us to forgiveness. For a lot of people, their starting point can only be forgiveness because they don't have any other way to live than trying to say, well, at least I'll open the keyhole to a crack of light to open the door to the world, and then to a window, and then to a big picture window. And then I can just dispense with all of that and just take it all in as it is and love it all as it is. That process of shifting from prior fearful, painful judgmentalness to open receptivity and conscious collaborative participation in the world, co-creatively with everyone else in spirit in the beautiful natural world and all other sentient species in a harmonious way, is something that's not been trained into people from the get-go. For most of them, they've been taught to be streetwise, be careful, be smart. Don't trust, that it's smart not to trust, that it's smart to judge first and risk later, or to always be ready to fight or to hurt another rather than to be hurt. And that whole process just keeps this whole repetitive cycle of dog eat dog world in place. So forgive. That doesn't mean forgetting everything that ever happened. It does mean you get a completely different vantage point on it, and not one of projection, attachment, or aversion. And that supports inner peace, equanimity, a capacity to empathize and find compassion and unconditional love for self and other, which is beneficial. This is a spectrum of evolution. It takes the time it takes. It takes the intentionality, the willingness, the courage, building courage day by day to forgive more and more and more and more, to love more and more and more and more, and to get to a point in the conscious collaborative process, as you're learning the dance of conscious collaboration with the rest of humanity, that when someone steps on your toes, you don't grab them by the throat and shake them and say, you tried to kill me. And I know you did because it hurt. You gently touch their shoulders and say, gosh, I know you didn't know, And you because you're busy trying to learn this dance together with me, you're stepping on my toe, and I'm willing to endure the pain until you recognize that I'm in pain, gently and caringly and lovingly, and say, would you now step off of my toe and let's begin the practice of the dance again.